Learning to connect chords in a specific key is a very useful skill. For example, in the key of C, the most common chords are the 1 chord C, G, 5 chord 6 minor, A minor, and F, the 4 chord. The mistake I made early on in my playing and being a worship guitar player was when I wanted to play a lead line, I would just use the C major scale or the C major pentatonic and just break away from the chords and start playing these scales. And it sounded like I was playing a scale. If you can connect these chords with small phrases and licks, check this out. With small phrases, just connecting the chord with a few notes. That's the key for me, because when you go into a lead line, you are connected to the chord progression, the sound of the song you're playing. And again, for me, I early on, I kept breaking away to a scale, C major scale, and all these chords can be built from that scale in this key. And again, this is just an example key of C major, but these ideas will all be movable to any key. But looking at small chord shapes, because you can obviously spread these ideas all over the fretboard, but stay connected. That's the important part for me, is to stay connected. All I'm doing is focusing on a chord and moving to the next chord, C, G, A minor, F. Using triad shapes is a great way to do that. Visualizing the fretboard. I mean, you can have total freedom of this fretboard if you can see the shapes and be able to connect them. You know, we do this when we first learn the guitar with the open string chords, C and G, A minor, and F. Using that same concept, you can move right up the fretboard with the full bar chords. But, you know, I visualize the full bar chord, but I'm really looking at the small piece of that chord. In this case, the C, I'm you know, got my first finger anchored on the 5th fret of the D, G, and B strings for that C triad. And obviously those are up the fretboard, F and G. But there's always that movement around that. I guess I'm always looking for an anchor point, that home base. And here's the C note, the home bass note, in the 3rd fret of the A string. And then again in the 5th fret of the G strings, that C note. And you're walking down the C major pentatonic, but for me, I'm actually looking, visualizing just the little moves around the chord. They're the common moves. I guess that's my point today is getting the common moves that are in a specific key. You can always take your one chord there and make that little pinky move. Your 5, 6, 5. It's an F note right there, back to E, part of the chord though. Always have that little move there. And you have that little block of notes right there, 7, 5 on the G and 7, 5 on the D string. Pull off, 6, 5. Because you can move up to another chord shape, 9 on the G, and then barring your first finger on the 8th fret of the B and E strings is another C triad. So you kind of evolve through that. Got another C triad right up here. These are common moves for me, but you have the D-shaped chord, but it's a C chord here. 12 on the G, 13 on the B, 12 on the E string. You always have that little move there, just like this. And you can do it with a bend, which sounds really nice. Just that little move there. And always from the home bass note of a specific key, you can slide 4 frets up from that home bass note, the C in this case. 1, 2, 3, 4 is an E note on that same string, but when you use the sliding motion, it has just a great sound. And you can visualize this next chord shape. And then the same process for each chord basically, but you're grouping the chords together. G. Got a G right here, here. A minor. To F. The key is to locate, and if you're just starting to do this, don't try to map all this stuff out too quickly. Get in a little area of the fretboard, and this is one of my favorite areas to just park my first finger here on that C triad, because you have the F right there. Got the A minor right there. And the G, you can use a different voicing this way, G. A minor, F. Another F triad right there. C. There's those little moves that connect the chords. And again, the most common chords are the 1 chord, the 5 chord, the 6 minor, and the 4 chord, F, in this case, in the key of C. And those can be found by using that major scale, the C major scale. The 1 chord obviously is the home bass root note. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chord F, because it's an F note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. G is the 5th note in the scale, and it's a 5 major chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is an A note. In the 6 minor, it would be. It's the same formula for every key. Just get familiar with the common chords there, because you can expand if there's another chord or two in the song. But if you can play around the most common ones, you're gonna have freedom on this fretboard. Just being able to visualize these little moves they're always there. Key of C, barring here on the 8th fret of the B and E strings, sliding up 2 frets to 10. Back down. Or hammering on with that bar there. Landing on the home bass note. But you can also use this little move here. 7 on the G, 8 on the B string. But while you have your fingers held there, you hammer on from 7 to 9 on the G. Then get to that root in the 8 in the 10th fret of the D string. I hope this video gives you some ideas how to connect the common chords that we use as worship guitar players every week. I got bogged down with trying to do too much, and I wasn't connected to the chords, the sound, or even the soul of the song. There's a certain vibe that you need, and to achieve that, you really need to stay connected to those chords. It just helped me improve as a worship guitar player, and way more confidence with just using these little moves that are in those common chords. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me today, and remember, God is good.